All right, we are back. Welcome back to day 2. And now we're watching the defending champion, Swiatek, and it's not an easy match. Coming up against Townsend. Very awkward first round matchup for Swiatek, defending champion, who has got a lot of work to do here because this is not... I mean, she had a tough week last week in Bad Homburg, lost to Navarro, and she doesn't have the same coaching team as she did 12 months ago. So let's see if that makes any difference. By the way, Shelton is up a break in the second, but he lost the first. Paolini is still playing. That match is a marathon. Keys is up a break in the third. Buzkov is up a break in the third. Fritz has started. He's a 4-3 on serve. Hampman's up 2-1. And what else going on? Demonors in a tie break. They're the big dogs. So yeah, plenty of tennis going on. And then yeah, we've got this match, then we've got Eala and Serena. That'll be coming up over the next couple of hours. So that'll be fun. And we'll see what else is going on and see if we add anything else to the card. But at this stage, yeah, we'll see what we do. We'll see what happens. Townsend in 3. That would be... I don't think that'd be out... I mean, that would be an upset, but I don't think that'd be out of the question. I mean, I don't know what to expect from Swiatek at this tournament. Hey, Paolini won. There you go. She gets it done. Rule 5's in effect. Yeah, I've already explained that today we're sort of just like... just sort of seeing what's going on, seeing what, seeing what matches we watch, and just depending on the schedule, because there's so many matches going on that I don't really want to commit to any of them, so we're just gonna watch them as they happen. That is what we're doing. We might watch Zverev, we might not watch Zverev, we might watch Raducanu. We might not watch Raducanu, we might watch Berrettini. Maybe we won't watch Berrettini. I don't know. I don't really have a plan today. Only this match, Serena and Eala matches are the ones that are locked in. We'll just play it. We'll just wing it. Like yesterday. The Eala match is happening in probably about 2 hours. Hour and a half, 2 hours. Maybe. Nice comeback from Paolini, yeah. Solid fight back from Paolini. Let's see how the defending champion looks. Let's see how she looks, because so far all the top 10 players have been very, very good. And they have all won very easily. So Swiatek's parents are in the royal box, by the way, which is super, super fancy. All right, here we go. We might watch Bolt. Wait, who? I don't know who that is. Who's that? Just take it as comes? Yeah, exactly. I find like yesterday worked really well doing that. It was way less stressful for me. It was much more of a cruisy day yesterday, just kind of like watching whatever, instead of like having to watch everything. By the way, so Swiatek's dad and sister, I think, are in the box. Are in the royal box, which is so cool. Awesome that they got that opportunity, and also awesome for Swiatek to defend her title in the first match at least, with her family front and in the front row of the royal box, which is really cool. By the way, winner of this match will take on Pliskova, who won earlier today. So it doesn't get any easier. Swiatek's draw is a nightmare. Starting with this match and going on to the next and the next. Oh, the girl playing Tomanovic? Yeah, probably won't watch her. Not her, but we're not watching Tomanovic because we don't watch Aussies. Demon won the first set. So excited to be here. Hey, thank you for joining. All right. Here we go. Let's see what Swiatek can do. Against a very difficult player. Townsend's legit. And she has a very awkward game. She starts with volleys as well when she warms up, which is a classic doubles move. I'm glad the Kenan won. It was the most random name I could think of. Okay. I thought you actually wanted to watch them. All right, so Shelton is up 3-1 in the second against Vatanen. Or Virtanen. Demon won the first set in tiebreak. Bonzi Diallo are playing. Bonzi's winning. Hichikata is about to go to 5. Fritz is up 4-3 against Lajovic. Keys is 5-3 in the final set against Day. So yeah. If Serena wins, she'll play Eala. Yep, if they both win, they'll play each other. That is true. That is exactly correct. All right, bit breezy out there as well today, so we'll see if that makes any difference. Supposed to be working. Does anyone know what happened to Pelini's first set? She lost the first set. Badly. Serena versus Aussie today is a special day for Cam. Well, yeah, look, we make an exception for Serena. We make exceptions, but I'm not watching an Aussie for the sake of watching. Like, we don't watch Demon or unless he plays Sinner or Djokovic or Fritz or somebody big. But we're watching Serena. Joint is just on the other side of the court. You know what I mean? All right. Last few serves. About a minute and a half until they start play. My whole team is like on the court right now. I got 4 players in action right now. I need them all to win. I need Fritz, Shelton, Demonor, and Halfman all to win today. We're not watching Hichikata? Nope. First time these two have played. First time meeting. So let's see how this goes. By the way, thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost at 200 likes as well. Appreciate that. Can we get to 200 likes before the start of this match? We've got 30 seconds. Quick, like the video. You might have just come in here and you might have forgotten because we just came here and you just didn't think and you were just typing instead of liking, and then you might have forgotten on the way in. Just make sure you like the video on the way in, and then we can get to the match. Roy's in the house. He didn't win the Wimbledon last year with her, but he has the pressure of being the coach of the defending champion. This is the first time Cam's not going to cover Eala. Why are people stressing me out about watching other matches? There is nothing else. Eala doesn't play now. She's playing later. Eala plays in like 2 hours. She's not playing right now, Eala. Kokonakis, Bublik are playing, and then Eala. Why are people making me anxious? We are going to watch Eala. We are going to watch Serena, right? The matches haven't started yet, which is why we're not watching them. We will watch them when they begin. Don't worry. They will start. They're not going to start for another 2-3 hours. So I'm not going to sit here and watch nothing for 2 hours until they come on, because we're going to watch other matches. Like this match. And then maybe whatever else. We might watch Zverev as well. I don't know. I kind of want to watch Raducanu instead. But we'll see. We'll just wait and see. We're just taking it real easy. Fritz breaks, by the way. All right. Also, the schedule for tomorrow should be coming out soon, so then we can figure out what we do tomorrow. Because I'm sure tomorrow is going to be really cruisy. I'm going to go Swiatek in a close straight sets. I think this is going to be awkward, though. This is going to be tough. Townsend's no joke. As the backhand return goes forward to Townsend. Townsend hits a winner. Townsend's no joke. All right, 15 love. How do we rank in June? I have no idea. Ask me in a couple days when they update it. Ask me on the 2nd. I have no idea. Fritz won the first set. Let's go. There's Townsend in the net. 15-0. All right, serve again. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Return goes into the forehand of Townsend. Swiatek forehand cross court. Townsend gets to the backhand. Nearly slips over. And Swiatek goes back behind her. Smart shot. 15-30. The courts have only had a couple of players or a couple of matches on them. Remember, the outside courts are different because the outside courts are worn in. So it's a lot harder to get used to center court on the first 2 days, because most of these players have warmed up on the outside courts, which are going to be worn in. So Townsend slipping over there. She's just got to get her feet right, but good serve, 30-0. We saw it yesterday with Sinner slipping all over the place. Just couldn't find their feet early in this on this grass. Eala's playing in like a couple hours. Lovely volley from Townsend. And it's 40-30. As Townsend serves again. The backhand Swiatek. Return goes wide. Townsend's going to serve volley as well, which I love that. I love that she's going to serve and volley. That's such a Wimbledon throwback feeling. So we're back in the 80s. Love that. That's going to really make Swiatek have to think out there as well. All right, one love. Swiatek's dad and sister in the house. Dad just kind of chilling. He looks like he's got like his ties to the side. He's just kind of like leaning back. He's just chilling. He's just like, yeah. Oh, where the hell's David Beckham? Wasn't he going to be here today? Like he's just owning he's just sitting there like, I live here. All right, one love Townsend. Swiatek double faults. All right, love 15. Fritz Nole final. Yeah. Thanks, Deb. You can be our Kokonakis correspondent, as you always are. You can keep us up to date with his match. All right. Love 15. He looks like an FBI agent. Yeah, he definitely looks like security. Sitting in there just keeping an eye on things. Good return, Townsend. She comes in with the drive volley. Swiatek in the net. Love 30. All right, love 30. Serve again. Into the backhand of Townsend. Swiatek flying up the line. Townsend gets it back cross court. Swiatek backhand goes long, and it's love 40. Love 40. As we go back and return in the net, or just goes wide. All right, 15-40. Tanasi got a box cut. Yeah, I saw that. All right, 15-40. As the backhand return goes to the backhand of Swiatek. Oh, Swiatek gets a backhand winner. Lands in. 30-40. Swiatek upset. That's $5K for Cam. You're going to give me $5,000 if Swiatek loses? That's crazy. Backhand return. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek gets a win. A beautiful shot. Deuce. We get to deuce. Return goes to forehand Swiatek. Backhand slice from Townsend to the backhand Swiatek. Swiatek gets it long. And it's advantage Townsend. Did I win the bet, Cam? Wait, what? Did I win the what bet? No, because I picked Germany. Who did I pick? Germany, Brazil, and Morocco. So that was not correct. No, advantage Townsend. It wasn't far off though. Germany was a disallowed goal. As it a forehand Swiatek, that's a winner. Back to deuce. Deuce. As we just serve into the backhand of Townsend. Swiatek forehand to the forehand of Townsend. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Townsend Forehand again. Swiatek slipped but gets back up. Backhand now into the backhand of Townsend as Swiatek backhand the forehand of Townsend. Into the forehand of Swiatek, and then Swiatek sprays it wide. Another break point. Advantage Townsend. Advantage Townsend. It's a little windy out there. 5th break point of the game. Also, Keys got, I guess, the win. Bullskipper won as well. That happened a while back, I guess. All right. As a default, Swiatek, second serve. Shelton's about to win the second. Hampman's up a break in the 4th. And Demonors have got one set to in his pocket. All right. Second serve. He'll let. Is Griezmann still a member of the French team? Because I remember he faked an injury to beat Croatia. I think he retired. Osaka's in the net on the return. And Swiatek gets back to deuce. Didn't he retire? I'm pretty sure he retired, right? Griezmann doesn't play anymore. At least I didn't see him in the French team. Well, maybe he is. Maybe he does play, but he didn't make the team. I don't know. Hey, Naomi Osaka's sitting in the box watching. Not in the Royal box, but in the house. I think she's watching Townsend. I think, right? Her and Townsend are friends, right? Serving the backhand of Townsend. Forehand out from Swiatek and the forehand of Townsend. Swiatek backhand. Again, the forehand of Townsend. And Swiatek backhand again, the forehand of Townsend. Swiatek back on the stretch up the line. Townsend, good pickup, but it's in the net. Close. Advantage Swiatek. They are friends. Okay, good guess. It was either that, or she's Swiatek's friend, or she's just watching because it's tennis. I don't like. It was. I had a 33% chance of getting it right. As we return from Townsend to the forehand of Swiatek, Townsend backhand goes long. All right, Swiatek holds 1-1. 1-1. Good trivia question. When did Serena last win Wimbledon, and who did she beat in the final? I want to go. My answer is 2015 against Radwanska. I think. Because I can't think of who else she beat in a final recently. Unless it was like 20. Because 2016 didn't Kerber win? I thought Kerber won 2016. 2017 she didn't play. 2018. Did she beat Kerber in 2016? Halep won in 2019. I know she beat Radwanska in a final, but was it Kerber the year after? Oh, Radwanska was 2012. My bad. I knew it was one of those years. So was it Kerber in 2016 she beat? Because Kerber beat her in 2018? Yeah, Kerber beat her in 2018, didn't she? I love 30 here. Chance for Swiatek to get a break point. Happy Pride Month, bro. And to you. As the return goes the backhand of Townsend. Backhand out from Swiatek is a winner. Love 40. Love 40. Venus lost to Serena in 2017. Lost 2018, 2019. Oh, so it was 2017. Well, there you go. So I am wrong. The first time in my life. All right, yeah, that's the first time I've ever been wrong. Crazy. And the last. I'm never going to be wrong again. I can't believe this. Volley from Townsend's good. One saved. 15-40. 15-40. Did you end up scoring 5 in Royal Bingo yesterday? Hell no. DJ, this is a 2-week game. You can't get it on day one. It's not. We're not playing early. That's no chance. There's no chance we're gonna get it yesterday. It's over the whole 2 weeks. If we can get bingo by the end of it, that's the mission. All right, still break point. We got no bingo today because none of the celebs are in there. As we get a 4 up the line, goes out by Townsend. There's the break. Swiatek 2-1. 1-1 Kokonaka's match. Okay. Demon breaks. Yay. All right. Swiatek gets a break after saving 1 million break points. I need Sinikova versus Townsend. Okay. I don't think that's going to happen for a long time, though, but okay. All right. Kokonaka's match could be 5 hours, so Eala fans should wait patiently. Yeah, we'll get to it. What's my take on Tsitsipas versus Djokovic? I made a video about it yesterday. No loud grunts. Okay. Why don't you just mute the sound? Cover your ears. Happen one! Yes! Secret weapon! Secret weapon, let's fucking go. Oh, he was losing that match as well. Secret weapon! How many aces did he hit? Oh man, I'm so happy I got Hampman in. I keep Hampman. That's 15 aces. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right, 2-1 Swiatek. Let's go. Hampman with the dub. All right, 15 love. Who does he play next though? Hampman's a secret weapon, chat. Who's he play now? Hampman plays. Ooh, Hashanov or Harris? Are they playing right now or not yet? Not yet. I'll rate his chance against Hashanov. Hampman can beat Hashanov. 30 love. All right, 40 love. All right, 40 love. Swiatek first has a fault, second serve. As the serve gets for Townsend, back in our Swiatek. Townsend up the line goes wide, and it's 3-1 Swiatek. She holds. Kokonakis breaks? What? That's why Deb hasn't mentioned it, because she's probably dancing around the room. Deb's doing backflips. That's why she hasn't updated us yet. All right. 3-1. There's Townsend serving volleys. Good slice. Swiatek lob. Townsend drop volley in the net. I don't think Swiatek meant to hit that. I mean, that was not a good shot by Swiatek, but Townsend it was great because it was so awkward. So Kokkinakis versus versus Bublik is going to go for like 5 sets, I guess. If Kokkinakis has already got the break. Love 30. Townsend in big trouble. Tabilo lost. No surprise. Yeah. My Shaq has been playing really well lately, so. Love 30. As Townsend serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes out by Swiatek, 15-30. So Siniakova and Osaka are sitting in the box with of Townsend. So they're all she's got more famous people than the Royal box. That's not true. 15-30. As we get a let. Yeah, Siniakova sit in the back row. All right. 15-30. As a return. Goes in the front of Townsend. Good pickup. Swiatek ends up hitting in the net. 30-all. 30-all. First serve was a fault, second serve. Double fault. Demon was up 5-1 in the second. Holy moly. All right, 30-40. Break point for Swiatek. Get the double break. Serve and volley. The volley goes wide. Swiatek double break. 4-1. All right. Swiatek doing her thing. So Bergs and Humbert have just started. Fritz is on. He's got a set at the moment. Shelton's into a third. Davidov's going for 2 sets of love. Nodi and Hallis are playing 1-all sets. Mickelson up 2 sets against Ferry. All right. Swiatek 4-1. Double break. What's been the surprise so far for you at Wimbledon? So far, nothing. Nothing has been the draw. The draw surprised me. Stuart Broad in the house. Wrong cricketer. We have him on. We have Ben Stokes on the list. I don't think Ben Stokes is getting invited to the Royal Boxer. I heard what happened. I don't think he's getting invited. Return winner by Townsend. Love 15. Swiatek says an ace. 15-0. Yeah, I don't think rain's expected either. I think we should be all right. 15-0. 7 the back end of Townsend. Townsend in the net. 30-15. I'm just trying to think what the plan is. So, Kokonakis, Bublik. After that, we got Eala. After this, we got Zverev. I kind of want to watch Raducanu, though. If I had to choose between Raducanu and Zverev, I'd want to watch Raducanu because I feel like... Not that she... I mean, she is more vulnerable, I think, than Zverev in the first match. So, but it depends on Fritz's match. Because if Fritz goes up 2 sets to love, maybe we'll be able to watch Raducanu. But Swiatek hits a lovely forehand winner. 40-30. Is there anyone else coming on later that we could pay attention to? Ooh, Feast, maybe. Feast versus Collignon. Ooh. By the way, Mickelson's playing Fernley, not Ferry. Svitolina, Menchik. All right, Swiatek. Swiatek 5-1. We might watch Zverev. I want to watch Raducanu, but we might watch Zverev instead. The way this match is going. I mean, he's playing blocks. That's not easy. All right. 5-1 Swiatek. It's been ace from Townsend. 15 love. All right. Serve and volley. Beautiful from Townsend. 30 love. 30 love. 30 love. Chat, which player do you want to watch? I'll throw it to you. Do you want to watch Zverev or do you want to watch Raducanu? 30 love. There's the backhand return. Goes the backhand of Townsend. Townsend hits it out. 30-15. Zverev or Raducanu? God, it's close. Looks like more Raducanu's though. Looks like a lot more Raducanu's coming through. No, we just need Fritz to win. If we get Fritz to win, we can watch Raducanu. We need this match to slow down because this match is going too quick. All right, return goes the forehand of Townsend. Forehand from Swiatek, but Townsend hits it out. 30-0. All right. 30 all. Serve again from Townsend. And serve and volley. Swiatek's going to get there with a backhand lob. But Townsend puts away the smash. I tell you, I love that Townsend serve and volley. It's so much fun. 40-30. As we get a let from Townsend. As Townsend serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. We get to deuce. We get to deuce. Another serve and volley, but Swiatek with a great return. And it's a set point Swiatek advantage. Advantage Swiatek. We have a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Nope. Into the forehand Swiatek. Forehand from Townsend. And Swiatek with the pass. Too good. Great angles. 6-1 Swiatek. What a start. All right, 6-1. Swiatek crushes the first set. As long as we don't miss any of Serena's match, yeah, don't worry. Serena's match would not be missed. We would not miss hers. There's no shot we're missing Serena. Fritz is up a break in the second, so that's good. Demon was up a break in the third. 10 minutes, 4 errors by Swiatek. Townsend had 5 break points in the first games of the match, but then didn't take it, and here we are. There was a lot of opportunity in that one early game, but Townsend just couldn't convert. All right. Cam has too many matches to watch today. No, it's not really. It's not that bad today. It's just I'm just trying to figure out how to because we don't want to miss Serena, and we've got Eala coming up later. I just don't want to put myself in a situation where we have 3 matches at the same time, because that's not going to work. So it's just trying to figure out that logistically. If we watch Zverev, we can't have 3 in a row matches, right? If we watch Raducanu, depends on this Fritz match. If this Fritz match doesn't go, if it keeps going, then Raducanu's match is off the table anyway, because that'll happen later. So we might have to watch Zverev, which is fine. Just because I don't want to sit around for an hour while Fritz is playing and we're not watching anything. Whereas Zverev starts straight after this. So we'll see. If we don't watch Raducanu, we might be able to watch Wawrinka Berrettini after Serena. maybe? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like I said, it's a bit of a... We're kind of winging it today. As we'll find now to the backhand of Swiatek. Love 15. Townsend forehand to the forehand of Swiatek. Into the backhand of Townsend. Swiatek forehand again. Nope. Townsend sliced it long. And it's 15-all. All right, backhand return. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand from Townsend. The backhand of Swiatek. It's Townsend. Again, to the back of Swiatek. Townsend forehand up the line. Swiatek gets back, but overhits it. 15-30. $15-30. There's a fault second serve. Need just one game when Serena is on. Yeah, there's probably going to be a bit of a clash with Eala, but that's okay. Because Eala and Serena are playing. If they win, they play each other. So it's not the worst doubleheader to do when there's the matches like both matches are significant to the other. Whereas if we're watching two matches that don't have anything to do with each other, that's a little bit less fun for me. 15-40, double fault Swiatek. Whew. 15-40. Eala's match is happening later. As that goes out by Swiatek. All right. Townsend gets the break. 1-love in the second. All right. Am I excited for the woof in the winter? I don't know. What's it about? Is it a... What's the plot? It's coming out in August. Look, I'll watch it, obviously, but... Anyways, love 15. Love 15. That's Townsend serve. Into the back of Swiatek. Townsend with a forehand up the line. Swiatek gets it back with a forehand, but overhits it. 15-0. Serve again. Is a fault. Second serve. Fritz serving for a 2-6-love lead. Return into the backhand of Townsend. Townsend in the net. 15-30. Do you think Serena will win today? I think she will, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as everybody thinks. I don't know, Chad. I'm not superstitious or anything, but like, holy shit. The amount of people that have already booked the second round match it's like, oh, we gotta remember they're both gonna play each other. Like, they gotta play other matches first. Like, Eala and Serena is not locked in at all. They've still got to play a match. So, like, I feel like the more we're talking about the second round, the less likely it's gonna happen. I don't know. We're just getting too excited for something that hasn't even... We don't even know if it's going to be a thing. They both have to win today. And joint's no joke. And I mean, Zara Zuaz probably wants to, ruin the party too. So... I don't know. I'm not going to get excited until at least one of them wins, and then we can talk about it. Bergs is demolishing Humbert, by the way. Anyways, 40-30. And Fritz up 2 sets to love. Look, Eala joint is a great rematch. I wouldn't mind that either. But obviously the Serena Eala match is the one that everyone's like super excited for. But it also is not even close to happening yet because they haven't even started. Winner of this, by the way, plays Pliskova, which is going to be crazy. Swiatek Pliskova on grass? That's a crazy match. All right, deuce. All right, deuce. As return goes the back end of Townsend. Back end of Swiatek. Into the volley of Townsend. Too good. Advantage Townsend. Chat curse activated, yeah. Chat curse activated. All right. All right, advantage Townsend to go 2 low up in the second. As the return goes into the backhand of Townsend, she puts up a lob, lands in. Swiatek forehand again, the backhand of Townsend. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Townsend on the stretch with a slice. Swiatek backhand cross court. Townsend's going to get there with the forehand. Swiatek with the backhand again, the forehand of Townsend. Nearly fell over, but she's okay. Slice forehand in the net, though, from Townsend. That is deuce. Nakashima 1 in 3. Nice. Deuce. We got a fault, second serve. As the return goes to the backhand of Townsend. Backhand of Swiatek, the backhand of Townsend. Now to the forehand of Swiatek. Townsend on the stretch goes up the line. Swiatek forehand cross court. Townsend slices it back. Swiatek forehand again. Into the slice of Townsend. Drop shot's good. Swiatek gets it. Townsend volley is in. Swiatek tweener. Townsend volleys it away. Great rally. I love that Swiatek went for the tweener. All right, advantage Townsend. Advantage Townsend. Great lob from Townsend. Demonor 5 love in the third. That's my goat. That's my goat. that's my guy right there. That's my guy. Let's go. All right, advantage Townsend. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Townsend serves again for a 2 love lead. As the return goes in the back of Townsend. Swiatek forehand to the forehand of Townsend. Swiatek lob. Townsend smash. Swiatek slice. Townsend volley. Too good. Big rally from Townsend. Big scream as well after that. And Townsend, 2-love, consolidates. All right. Great rally from Townsend. Two love. Two love. As with a forehand from Swiatek, cross court wide. Love 15. How's Falcon Arcus doing? I'll let Deb tell you. Oh, Bergs won the first set. I'm so glad. I had Bergs and Humbert. And I traded Humbert, got rid of him. And I kept Bergs. But I put Bergs on the bench. But I still have Bergs. So, not mad if he gets some scores. That goes in the net by Swiatek on the forehand. Love 30. Big chance for Townsend to get the double break in the second. All right, as it goes out on the return. 15-30. Fault second serve. Double fault from Swiatek. All right. 15-40. Demon wins. Let's go. All right. Chance for a double break. With a fault second serve. As we had a let on the second serve. $15.40. Double fault. Wow. Couple of double faults. And it's 3-love. Townsend to the second. Why does Swiatek keep having these second set dips? I don't know. All right. Townsend has got the double break. They're just showing the crazy point with the tweener and the volley. All right. Where does Dimitrov play today? Oh, he plays after Hashanov, and they just started Hashanov Harris. All right. Back to Townsend. She's got the double break in the second. 3-love. How and why does this always happen? When the first set breadstick, and then now atrocious in the second. I mean, look, it goes both ways. Her opponent's probably also like, going, well, shit, if I'm going to lose, I might as well try and be a bit more aggressive, and then it starts to work, All right, 15-love. As the return goes out by Swiatek, 30-love. All right, return goes into the back end of Townsend. For Swiatek up the line. Townsend with a slice. Swiatek back in the net. She tried to come to the net, sliced it. All right, 40-love. There's a bit of fault from Townsend. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Swiatek. Townsend with a volley, and Swiatek misses the pass. All right, 4-love. Townsend in the second. By the way, chat, where are we watching from? Where are you watching from? We've got India, Manila, Sydney. We've got Canada, Florida, New York, Tampa, Cape Town, Bucharest, Dubai, Thailand, Philadelphia, Trinidad and Tobago. And Swiatek, comes to the net, and the passing shot just goes wide by Townsend. 15-love. Zimbabwe. We've got Palm Desert, Indonesia, Mexico, Germany, Tokyo, Virginia, Southern California. All right, 15-love. Indiana, Pittsburgh, Alabama, Georgia, Michigan, Indonesia. All right, serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault. Man, these double faults are getting out of hand. $15. No, 15-0. Serving the back of Townsend. Forehand from Swiatek. Lands in. And it's 30-15. Great serve. 40-15. As Townsend with a great return winner, 40-30. 40-30. As the return goes nowhere. Swiatek on the board, 4-1. Townsend in the second. Got a double break. All right. I'm watching at home. I'm not sure what to do with my life. I don't know. It's a big question. I don't think I'm the right person to answer that. You know, or somebody close to you may know. Do what you want to do. Would be my advice. I was out for a couple of games. What happened? That's why. That's what happened. You're out for a couple of games. Look, you left and look what you did. You left and now look what happened. Why'd you leave? Why'd you have to leave? We're wondering the same thing. We're like, what is going on? How did this happen? It's because you left. You left and then all of a sudden shit hit the fan. Oh, man. Chat, we finally figured it out. 4-1. Sorry, that's okay. You're back now, so everything's fine. If Swiatek comes back now, you will be a wizard. And your name will be Harry. As that goes wide by Swiatek, 15-love. Why is Osaka there? Because she can. Because she's allowed to be there. She wants to. 15-love. First serve is a fault, second serve. As the return goes into the slice of Townsend. Backhand Swiatek. Into the forehand of Townsend. Swiatek backhand into the net. 30-love. As the return goes in the forehand of Townsend. Backhand Swiatek. Into the forehand of Townsend. Again, the backhand Swiatek up the line. Swiatek overhits it. 40-love. By the way, Fritz is winning now way too easily. We might not get to the Raducanu match because it might start in about 10 minutes. Oh, no. We need Swiatek or Townsend to win this match now because Fritz, it's all going wrong. All right, 40-love. You get a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in from Swiatek, great passing shot, winner. 40-15. 40-15. As a return goes a smash of Townsend. And then Swiatek slicing the net. 5-1 Townsend. Nice fight back from Taylor Townsend here. All right. 5-1 in the second. All right. Swiatek serving to stay in the set. There's a return. Goes into the forehand of Swiatek. Townsend puts up a lob. Swiatek with a smash. Puts it away. 15 love. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes out by Townsend. 30 love. Swiatek serves the fault. Second serve. As backhand return goes to forehand Swiatek. Backhand from Townsend goes wide. 40 love. We cover any women's doubles? Yeah, we cover Serena Venus for sure. The Williams sisters for sure. All right, 40 love. Serve to the back into Townsend. Back in now Swiatek to the forehand Townsend. Swiatek with the forehand again to the forehand Townsend. Lob goes up. Swiatek lets it bounce. Goes in. Swiatek with the forehand to the back into Townsend. Swiatek again with the forehand. Townsend with a drop shot. Swiatek's going to get there with a slice, but it's in the net. And it's 40-15. 40-15. Serena's after Zverev. Yes. Serena plays after Zverev. 40-15. As the return goes into the back of Swiatek, up the line of the back end of Townsend. Slice is good, but the volley from Swiatek's better. And it's 5-2 Townsend. 5-2. All right, Townsend's going to serve for the second. So just looking at Kokkinakis and Bublik are in the second set. So Eala plays after them. Fritz is up 2 sets, 11 a break. So I'm just trying to think with... well, we can't watch Raducanu if her match is already over. We'll wait and see. If the Fritz match actually ends early, we'll see how this match goes and then see where Raducanu is at. If Raducanu is already like a set and a break up, we won't watch her. But if Raducanu's match does start while we're still watching this, we'll keep a track of it, and we might tune into Raducanu's match a little bit late, especially if it's interesting. Because if it's boring, we're just gonna. There's no point. Like if she's winning, right? We'll just let it. We'll just watch Vera maybe, but we'll see what happens. Again, it's just one of those. It's just one of those days. We're just gonna wing it. 5-2 Townsend serving for the second. As a return goes into the backhand of Townsend. 4-0 Swiatek. Into the backhand of Townsend. Lob goes up. And out. And it's love 15. Are we going to cover Eala? Of course we're watching Eala. Of course. Eala plays after Kokonaka's Bublik. So again, probably in like I said, about 2 hours. Maybe hour or two. But yeah, we're definitely going to cover Eala and Serena. And they, of course, play each other if they win. So super important matches. All right, 15-0. But yeah, we got some time between now and then because Kokonaka's Bublik are only in the second set, so they could be playing another couple of hours. Berg's up a set and a break. I tell you, if Bergs wins, I'll be very happy with my decision to kick out on Bear. I'll be very, very pleased. All right, that goes out by Swiatek, 30-15. If Shelton loses, I'll cry. But we'll wait and see. How's Blocks doing? Well, that's it. I'm surprised Blocks is playing. I thought for sure that injury he got at Roland Garros was going to be months. And he hasn't played any warm-up, so I have no idea what to expect from Blocks. And Swiatek backhand goes long, 40-15. I'm shocked that he's playing. So he must be okay. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, set points. Serve and volley. The slice is long from Townsend. And it's 40-30, one saved. If Swiatek loses, what will her ranking be? Well, let's just pump the brakes on that. We'll wait until... We'll get there if we get there. We'll talk about if we need to. As the backhand Swiatek goes in the backhand of Townsend, Swiatek forehand. Into the backhand of Townsend as Townsend hits it out. We get the deuce. Set point saved. Fritz is 5-3 in the third. Shelton is on serve in the tiebreak in the third as well. One set all. Menchik just started. So that's fun. Wow, Munab won the first set against Cerundolo 6-1. Oh, that's brutal. Now Swiatek forehand up the line to the back to the forehand of Townsend. Backhand of Swiatek. The backhand of Townsend. Swiatek again to the backhand of Townsend. Sliced. Swiatek forehand again. The backhand of Townsend up the line. Swiatek gets it back. Townsend sliced in the net. Advantage Swiatek to get one of these breaks back. Also, Alice is up a set, 2 sets to love. Sorry, 2 sets to 1 against Anaudi. So yeah, it's all going on. Advantage Swiatek. Serving to the forehand, Swiatek. Townsend volleys. Swiatek lob. Townsend smash. Good put away. We get back to deuce. Nice. I love that Townsend serve volleying. It's so much fun to watch. Shubham.
Can I have an agenda for two ex-Wimby champions on both ATP and WTA side? In ATP I have only Jannik, but on WTA I have three options. Barbie won now. I need Iga and Andreeva to win.
I have no idea what that meant, but thank you for the donation. And
Demon v. Manarino again.
Blunted, that's going to be a 5-setter. Yeah, Shubham, I have no idea what you're talking about, but thank you for the donation. I didn't catch any of that. Anyways, nice volley from Townsend. Set point. Number 3. Ace to finish. All right. We're going 3. Nice work from Townsend. She takes the second. And we're going 3. Defending champions have struggled so far. Remember last year as well. I mean, the defending champions last year, we all remember Alcaraz playing 5 sets against Fognini. But remember Eala pushed Krejcikova, who was the defending champion last year, to 3 sets as well. So, defending champions are having a tough time. What exactly does serve and volley mean? Serve and volley means you serve, you run to the net, and then the second shot you hit is a volley. So that's what a serve and volley is. All right. A lot of errors by Swiatek. 4 winners, 16 errors, Swiatek. That is not good. That is not a good set of tennis by Swiatek. 7 winners, 7 errors from Townsend. All right. All right. We're going 3. I thought my English was terrible, but if a native couldn't understand. Wait, what? Eala and Fonseca will play exhibition in August. Will they? That's news to me. Oh, they're playing, okay, at the US Open. I thought you were talking about, I thought this was like some random ass one in the middle. You're talking about, so all the young players are playing like one of those exhibitions at the, okay, Stars of the Open, it's called. Yeah, it's one of those pre-US Open things. I thought it was like going to be like I thought it was like some exhibition out in the middle of like, nowhere. You're talking about the US Open exhibition. Fritz wins. Straight sets. Straight sets as well. Love that. Love that for him. Love that for all of us that want Fritz to do well. And considering he was supposed to play Draper, it's good to get out of that one as well. Just be like, okay, got out of my first round, which was supposed to be really, really awkward, but didn't have to play Draper. Bergs just gave back the break, which is just fantastic. Oh, Shelton is hanging on 7-all in that tiebreak. What are you doing? Ben Shelton, win the tiebreak, please. Come on, please win the tiebreak. What time's Alex's game going to be on? My guesstimation would be in about an hour and a half. Minimum. 1.5 hours. So what's that, like 11? if you're from the Philippines. All right, we're going 3. Here we go. This is getting real interesting. I'll tell you, that first set was a total lie, because Townsend nearly broke Swiatek early, but then all of a sudden Swiatek held and then ran away with it. But I'll tell you, this in the second set, Townsend lit up. All right. Eala's match will be at 10:15 Philippines time. No, it won't. If you think Eala's starting in 20 minutes, yeah, that's not true at all. She ain't playing in 20 minutes. Eala's playing minimum in an hour. Minimum. She ain't playing in 20 minutes. I can tell you that. I'm watching. Bublik just broke in the second, so that match is going at least 4 sets at this point. And then Eala plays. By the way, if you're probably, some of you might be new to tennis and how schedules work. So there is no start time when it comes to tennis, especially tennis matches that are like third match on the day. There's no such thing as start times. So if it says Eala is going to play at this time, like let's say 10:15 p.m. in Philippines, that is just a placeholder. That is a suggestion. That is not a sure thing. Because it depends on matches beforehand. And those matches don't have a time limit. So Kokkinakis, Bublik don't have a, like, you know, they're going to be done in 2 hours. They can be done in 5 hours. So whenever they finish, that's when Eala's going to play. So if you're waiting for Eala, watch Kokkinakis, Bublik. Because that's the match that determines when Eala plays. Right now, Bublik is winning the second, so that match is going to go for another hour or 2. Which means Eala won't be on for another hour or 2. Does that make sense? Unless you're playing first match on the day, or it may be a night match that has a schedule, there is no set times. There's no start times. Tennis is one of the only sports that has a weird time like that. Every other sport has like at least, because tennis doesn't have a time limit. That's why it doesn't have a start time. Whereas other sports, you know, football, basketball, they go for this long, right? They go for 90 minutes. They go for whatever. And then they can schedule one after the other. Tennis is just like, we start at this time and we finish when we finish. Like, it's just whatever happens. So, yeah. So, it's not, Eala's match isn't starting in 20 minutes. It's going to start in at least in, again, maybe an hour and a half, if I had to guess. And that's because Paolini's match went forever. 30 love Swiatek. Who's winning the final set? Also, Shelton won the third. Let's go. All right, as that goes out by Swiatek. When's Eala's game? Sorry. Was I just not... Is this thing on? Hello? Was this thing on? Hello? 30-15. Swiatek serves. That guy was messing with me, right? And Swiatek comes to the net with a volley. But hits it long. 30-all. Uh-oh. Serena's coming on even later than Eala. So, I mean, if you want to wait for Serena, you'll be waiting for like, you know, maybe 3-4 hours. 30-all. As the return goes out by Townsend. 40-30. When is the Zarazua game? You're all just messing with me. I'm not taking the bait today. All right, 40-30. Lock in, chat. We're going to watch. This match is getting interesting. Swiatek is the defending champion. This would be a major upset. The upset of the tournament. Serve. Double fault. We get the deuce. Six double faults for Swiatek. All right, serve again. There's a bit of fault, second serve. Serve is a double fault. Okay. Break point for Townsend. First game of the third. Swiatek serves. Townsend standing inside the baseline on the first serve. And then move back. Backhand goes long by Townsend. I tell you, that was a move. She was standing so far inside the baseline on the first serve just to put the pressure on. Jeez, Townsend is not worried at this match. She's like, I can win this. Watch out. Townsend's super dangerous. All right, deuce. Serve to the backhand of Townsend. Backhand Swiatek, open court winner. Too good. Advantage Swiatek. As the backhand goes in the backhand Swiatek. Swiatek in there. Back to deuce. All right, now somebody asked me about the rankings. Let me tell you. So Swiatek currently is ranked number 6. If she loses today, that's like after all the... This isn't the live rankings. She's down to number 6. So it puts her in a vulnerable position to possibly get kicked down to 8. I don't think Swiatek's... Well, she's not dropping out of the top 10. That is very unlikely. Very unlikely. With Mboko out, it's very unlikely. But she could drop down to number 8. Maybe even number 9, depending on Mukova. But yeah, she'll be in the top 10 still, but she will drop down if she loses this match. She'll probably drop to... She's currently 6. She might drop down to 8. But yeah. Huge loss of points, obviously. Huge loss of points. All right, advantage Swiatek. Serve as a double fault again. Back to deuce. No schedule yet. All right. Now we get the deuce. The return goes into the forehand of Swiatek. Slice goes wide. Townsend's got another break point. Advantage Townsend. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 305,500 subs. So don't forget to sub if you haven't already. If you're just new to the channel, welcome. We watch tennis literally all the time. This tournament, we're going to watch a lot of tennis. So if you want to keep up to date with what's going on with Wimbledon, you're in the right place. Subscribe so you don't miss out. As it a backhand slice from Swiatek, and then the volley from Swiatek's too good. And we get back to deuce. Big first game to start off the third. Deuce. As a backhand return, is a winner by Townsend. Ooh. Advantage Townsend. By the way, Cerundolo is getting wrecked against Munar. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. And Bublik took the second. All right, one set all there. All right, second serve is a let. Serving to the point of Townsend. Oh, Townsend in the net. And we get back to deuce. Swiatek hanging on. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Townsend. Forehand from Swiatek. In the net. Townsend with another breakpoint advantage to Townsend. All right. Breakpoint again. And she says a fault. The winner of this plays Pliskova. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Townsend. Oh, Townsend in the net again. Good body serve on the second serve from Swiatek. Back to deuce. All right, deuce. Swiatek serves again. Serving to the forehand. Townsend in the net. Advantage to Swiatek. Serve again. With the forehand of Townsend. Forehand from Swiatek. The backhand of Townsend. Swiatek forehand of the stretch. Townsend lets it go long. We get back to deuce. Back to deuce. Swiatek serves again. Into the forehand of Townsend. Return goes short. Swiatek slice. Townsend lob. Goes long. Advantage Swiatek. Advantage Swiatek to take first game of the final set. This marathon game. Return goes in the back of Swiatek. Swiatek in the net. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. I think this is the 7th or 8th deuce point There's a bit of fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the front of Swiatek, backhand now from Townsend. Swiatek volleys, a winner. Beautiful shot. Advantage Swiatek. To take the first game of the final set. Advantage Swiatek. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the corner, Townsend. Townsend in the net. Swiatek holds. 1-love in the third. All right. One love in the third. All right. By the way, I haven't even checked my bracket after day one. Am I on fire? Am I actually doing the best bracket ever? By the way, Chad, if you haven't joined, you can join for the US Open. Or you can join for actually any tournaments after Wimbledon too. Join the bracket if you haven't already. I don't really talk about it much. We only talk about it during the slams. But go join the bracket. You can make brackets every single tournament along the men and women's tournaments along the year. So if you want to pick a bracket every single week for every tournament on the tour, you can. It's there. So join the group. You can't fill out a bracket for Wimbledon because it started, but you can fill out brackets for the future tournaments. So make sure you join. Make sure you join the group so then at least you can be in it next time if you haven't joined already. Have I had any major fails? Why did I have Townsend in the fourth round? That was a mistake in hindsight. Shapovalov fourth round, that was silly. Norrie quarterfinals, yep. Rublev, okay. Pirikar, okay. Wow, my bracket sucks. Why do I have Norrie in the quarterfinals? Anybody explain that to me? He almost won the first round and then he lost. Norrie should have won. That was unlucky. If he had won that first round, he would have made the quarterfinals. Trust me. 4-4 in rally now. Back for Townsend. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Swiatek puts it away. Love 15. Love 15. Swiatek will be outside the top 10 soon. Something bad happening. She'll only be out of the top 10 if she doesn't do well in America. She's going to be in the top 10 after Wimbledon, no matter what. It's only after... It's probably like... Because she's got Cincinnati, right? In her pocket. And she's got a little bit of a US Open to defend. But I don't think Swiatek's ranking is... I mean, she's not going to drop out of the top 10 today. But you're right. In the future, for sure. She's at risk if she doesn't play well on the hard courts straight after this, for sure. All right, return goes in there by Swiatek. And it's 30-15. Whew, Berg's up 2 sets of love. Had me worried for a second. Nice serve, 40-15. All right, 40-15. As Townsend serves. A fault. All right, serve again. As the return goes in the forehand of Townsend. Forehand now from Swiatek. The backhand slice of Townsend. Swiatek. Forehand again to the slice of Townsend. Swiatek forehand again. Into the backhand of Townsend. Townsend is wide. 40-30. All right. 40-30. Serve again. As a default second serve. As the return goes to forehand of Townsend. Swiatek forehand in the net. 1-1. 1-1 in the final set. All right, 1-1. By the way, Raducanu is about to begin, I think. Is Raducanu starting now? Yeah. She was meant to be playing straight after, whatever. By the way, chat, who wore it better, Fritz or Djokovic? I feel like Fritz kind of killed it. And he was playing on court one. I mean, Djokovic's, I tell you this, right? Djokovic's suit jacket or the blazer I liked the way it looked. It was just too big. Like it didn't fit him. And then he also was wearing shorts. Fritz went with the whole outfit, which is what Federer did. Right? You gotta have the trousers. You can't just be wearing the suit jacket over with shorts. And I just saw Fritz and I'm like, I mean, he's sponsored by a suit brand, right? I mean, Hugo Boss, aren't they? Don't they do suits? So, like, of course. As with a volley from Swiatek, 30 love. Little baggy on Fritz, yeah, okay, but like I mean, it makes all the difference wearing the trousers. Like they need to give Djokovic a pair of trousers, and it would have been like perfect. Because the shorts, like, he needs to talk to Naomi Osaka on how to, you just got to wear like all of the accessories and then just take them off of the chair, when you sit down. I mean, that's what she does. She changes outfits before the warm up. Nice serve. Swiatek with a big Yazda as well. 40 love. Why they're both wearing suit outfits? Was it a special occasion or something? I think Djokovic just because he's the greatest of all time and he can do whatever he wants. I'm not sure why Fritz wore it, but maybe for because he can. Why not? Because why not? Maybe it was. I mean, look, he like I said, Hugo Boss is his brand, so they threw the idea out there. It definitely is a cut above a hoodie. When the guy behind you is walking with a hoodie, it definitely sets you apart. Fritz was wearing like a whole like scarf and everything. Yeah, Fritz killed it. That was Fritz with the scarf. Like, watch that intro. Watch him walk out. You think the guy behind his opponent is carrying his bags? Wait, was that his opponent behind him? Oh, that wasn't Lajovic behind him, was it? Was Lajovic standing behind him? It was. Yeah, Lajovic looked like he was carrying Fritz's bags. Like, that's... It was Lajovic. Yeah, Lajovic wearing a hoodie, looking like the coach. Like, he looked like Fritz's trainer. Like, that's... Fritz just... You knew who was, like, the better player in that match, because you're like, oh, well, that guy, he must be the better player. Like, the higher ranked player, that guy. Like, he looked the part. I'm not saying Live should have worn a suit, but I mean, you could tell it. Fritz was like, oh, that guy's, he's the guy that, he's the better, like the higher ranked player. You could tell straight away. Live wearing a hoodie, like totally different. Tennis is now a fashion show. Yep. 2-1. As Townsend serving. I wonder if Berrettini rocks up in a suit later. Because he's with the same brand, right? I wonder if he rocks up in a suit. Or it's kind of like a throwback to what they used to wear at Wimbledon. So it's not really like, they're not doing it for just like fashion show, but they're doing it because it's kind of like a tribute to like how, like 100 years ago, Wimbledon, that's what they would have wanted to play. So it's kind of looks like, it's obviously goes with the Wimbledon tradition. I don't think Fritz is going to rock up in a suit in New York. Anyway, it's 11:15. Raducanu just started. We'll keep an eye on her. We'll get to her match if this match ends soonish and that match is going crazy. Otherwise, we'll watch Zverev. If Raducanu is killing it, we don't need to watch it. All right, love 15. As we get a backhand. Winner by Townsend. Beautiful shot. 15-0. As with a fault. Second serve. Serve to the forward Swiatek. Four now from Townsend. Swiatek slice. Goes wide. 30-15. 30-15. Nope. Schedule's out. What have we got on tomorrow? Sinner first match tomorrow. Interesting. Sinner. Oh, Andreeva Krejcikova center court. Love that. Love that. Sabalenka's been demoted to number 1 court. That's crazy. Okay. Good schedule. Tsitsipas on center court with Djokovic, obviously. All right. Good schedule. That's a good schedule. That's a good schedule. 40-15. Just looking on the other courts. Is there anything outside worth watching? Fonseca, Bencic, Hadar, Osaka, Medvedev, Pegula, Coco. All right. That's a decent schedule. We're gonna have to do actually, I don't mind doing a battle. I don't mind doing a double header with both number ones. That's actually I don't mind that. I don't mind doing a double header with Sinner Sabalenka. It's not very often that we get the top players in the world playing side by side, so that'll be fun. We can do that tomorrow. And then we'll watch Krejcikova Andreeva, which is kind of crazy. And then obviously Djokovic Tsitsipas, which is the match of probably the most interesting match of the day. As with a serve and volley, Townsend. Great volley. What a shot. Beautiful volley. 2-0. 2-2. All right, 2-0 in the third. All right. Nice hitting by Swiatek. 15 love. As with a backhand now to the front of Townsend. Townsend hits it wide. 30 love. All right, 30 love. Great serve down the tee. Townsend hits it wide. 40 love. Why is Swiatek always getting the draw of death? It's planned, isn't it? No, it's not. It's unlucky. Oh, pardon me. Second serve. All right. And Townsend hits it out. 3-2 Swiatek in the final set on serve. Okay. By the way, Alice just took out Rinaldi in 4 sets. Munar serving for a 2 sets of love lead against Cerundolo. Bublik and Kokkinakis 3-all in the third. 1 set all. Menchik about to lose the first set. Hashanov won the first against Harris. Raducanu is up 1 love already with a break. And yeah. When does the football start? What time, chat? Does it start in an hour or does it start in 2 hours? Does it start in an hour and a half or 2 hours? 2 hours. 2.5 hours. Okay. All right, back to Townsend. Shelton's going to have to play 5. Okay, 3-2. As the return goes back into Townsend. Townsend in the net. Love 15. Menchik lost the first set against the wild card. Jeez. Right. How's the weather in Wimbledon? Sun's out. Nice weather. As the return goes into the forehand of Townsend. Forehand of Swiatek. Into the forehand of Townsend. Cross court the back of Swiatek. Townsend forehand up the middle. Swiatek forehand again to the slice of Townsend. Townsend in the net. Love 30. Love 30. All right, Townsend serves again. Serving the back end of Swiatek. Oh, Townsend nearly hit the volley, but just let it float wide. It's 15-30. As the return goes in the volley of Townsend, which can't get it back. Swiatek too good on the pass. And it's 15-40. Break points for Swiatek in the third. $15-40. There's a return. Goes the backhand of Townsend. Forehand now Swiatek. She nearly slipped over. She gets it back though. Forehand again from Swiatek. Into the forehand of Townsend. Swiatek backhand. Again to the forehand of Townsend. Back behind Swiatek. Slice goes in though. Townsend with the volley in the net though. She just didn't commit to the approach. And Swiatek breaks. 4-2. Final set. All right, 4-2. Swiatek serving. Will you feature the game of Alex Eala? Of course. Not next, though, because she's not playing next. But we will watch her, yeah. Don't worry. We're definitely going to watch her. All right, 15 love. So just having a look at Raducanu. She's at 2 love in the first set. So we might be able to cross to Raducanu after this. And watch the rest of that match. And then by that time, we should be good to watch Eala. But we'll keep an eye on that Raducanu match for now. Backhand return, the forehand of Swiatek. Backhand from Townsend. The forehand of Swiatek again to the backhand of Townsend. Swiatek forehand again to the Townsend backhand. Swiatek slice in the net. It's 15-0. Also, Kokkinakis and Bublik are in a battle. $15. $15. 7 at the backhand of Townsend. Forehand from Swiatek goes wide. 15-30. Shelton's going 5. Oh, no. All right, 15-30. First serve's a fault, second serve. Serving the forehand of Townsend. Return the back of Swiatek. Oh, and Swiatek hit the tape, went in. Very lucky. 30-0. 30-all. Serve again. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. Townsend standing inside the baseline again. Swiatek double faults. I mean, that's the pressure. Great work from Townsend, just making Swiatek overhit the serve. 30-40. Break back point. That's a 9th double fault of the match. $30-40. Serving to the backhand of Townsend. Swiatek forehand to the backhand of Townsend. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Townsend. Forehand again to the forehand of Swiatek. Townsend forehand of the stretch. Goes into the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek hits it long! And Townsend breaks back! Oh, 4-3. Swiatek's in big trouble. A big shout by Townsend after that as well. All right, 4-3. We're back on serve. Townsend is not done yet. All right. By the way, Munar is up 2-6-love against Cerundolo. That is... Oh, man, that is so... frustrating by Fran, because he just won Queen's Cup. And then all of a sudden, he's going to get done in straight sets in the first round of Wimbledon. What? Man, brutal. All right. 4-3. Swiatek in the third. We're back on serve. Remember, these two have never played before. All right. Townsend serves. As we get a let. Here's a fault. Second serve. Seven to the forehand. Swiatek. Return goes in the forehand. Townsend. Up the line to the forehand. Swiatek. Townsend backhand. Again to the forehand. Swiatek. Swiatek gets a wide. 15-love. 15-love. As with a forehand now up the line to the forehand of Swiatek. Back in a Townsend to the forehand of Swiatek. Townsend on the stretch. Slipped over, but gets back up. Slice now on the stretch goes into the forehand of Swiatek, and Swiatek puts it away. Too good. As soon as Townsend slipped, you knew she was in trouble. 15-0. They're already done on court 12. What's the delay? No, they haven't. Kokonakis and Bublik are still playing. As it a 4 now, shanked by Townsend. 15-30. All right, chance for Swiatek to get that break and then serve for the match. As we get a serve from Townsend. The forehand Swiatek. Townsend forehand to the forehand of Swiatek. Again to the backhand of Townsend, but Townsend hits it wide. 15-40. Swiatek to get that break and then serve for the match. As Townsend serves. Let. Hey, thank you, Yolonka, for the 23 months. Appreciate that. Serve again. Into the forehand. Swiatek return goes into the forehand. Townsend. Swiatek again to the forehand. Townsend. Swiatek forehand again. Cross court. The backhand of Townsend sliced. Swiatek forehand again to the slice of Townsend. Swiatek up the line. Townsend gets there with a forehand slice. Into the back of Swiatek. Townsend fought up the line again, and Swiatek gets it back cross court. Slice Townsend is short. Swiatek doesn't come to the net. As we're fighting across court, Swiatek with a drop shot, but it goes in. Townsend comes to the net. Swiatek passing shot too good. The angles got Townsend in the end. 5-3. Swiatek's going to serve for the match. And the Swiatek's dad's like, yeah, that was all right. That was all right. All right. Swiatek. Just the angles. That drop shot was beautiful. And then it just forced Townsend to just try and get it back. And then Swiatek just... And that was a clay court point. All right. Swiatek serve for the match. 5-3. Serve. Into the backhand from Townsend to the net. 15-love. 15-love. Yeah, first time these two have played. As that goes out by Townsend, 30-love. 30-love. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. As a return from Townsend, shanked wide, 40-love. Swiatek to avoid disaster and play Pliskova. Doesn't get any easier. Pliskova's second round, good luck. Pliskova's second round is going to be a nightmare. Match point, Swiatek. Ace to finish. Swiatek gets it done. But that was very tricky. Townsend's obviously still got the doubles. But Swiatek gets out of trouble. Very, very lucky. Defending champion is going to take on Pliskova in the draw of nightmare. I mean, it's a ridiculous draw. And look, maybe there was definitely nerves from being the defending champion, but also probably some nerves from her, family being in the royal box, right? I mean, that's a huge moment for the family. That her dad and sister get to sit in the royal box. Maybe the pressure to, perform while they're sitting up there, to not let them down. Swiatek's in tears. I mean, this is probably, maybe that was a lot of pressure. To have to play in front of the, it must be pressure to try and not let them down too. I mean, don't want to embarrass the family in the royal box. A lot of pressure on Swiatek, really. And she is in tears. I think she just looked at her dad and just shook her fist. So big again, we don't maybe underestimated the importance of this occasion for Swiatek, Townsend still got the doubles. She put on a good shot. I mean, Townsend is so dangerous in singles. She is super dangerous. All right, now. Raducanu is up 4-3 first set. We can tune into her. What's going on with Bublik Kokonakis? Okay. Because Zverev's coming up now, then Serena. But I kind of want to watch Raducanu instead. Because we haven't watched... I mean, it feels like we haven't watched much Raducanu because she hasn't been winning much. And look, if Zverev loses, that just sucks. That sucks. But I have confidence that he will win. I believe that he will win, as the Americans say. I believe that he will win. Because I don't even know how Box is playing after his injury the other month. And we still do have time between now and the Eala match. The Eala's match probably doesn't start for another, like I said, probably another hour. Bublik and Kokkinakis are only in the third set. We've got another set or two to go anyway. All right. I'm just having a look here. Kokkinakis got set point. All right, let me just sort this out. Where are we? What time is it? Menchik's down a set. Yeah, he's losing. Yeah, Raducanu and Boiseau's just, well, it's halfway through the first set, so we haven't missed much. Raducanu's up a break, so that's handy. Like I said, it might not be we might not watch much of a match, but it's sort of a good filler match to see how Raducanu looks, because she was a bit of a concern going into this tournament. There was concerns around her leg, right? So now we can focus on Zverev too. Look, if we have to, we can watch Zverev later. If does not exist. If we need to. We're not watching Shelton. His match has already begun and nearly ended. All right. So let me just figure out this thing. All right. Jump over there. We'll be back in a second. But hey, Swiatek wins. Wasn't easy, but she gets it done. That's all that matters in these early matches. Just win and get to the next one. Swiatek gets it done. 6-1, 2-6, 6-3. Defending champion, second round.